Hello and welcome back to Minecraft. This is episode 3 of Let's Build Cities. Start my timer and let's get into it. Yeah, the Minecraft.net is down, so I don't know if... I think they might have... Yeah, my skin's gone for now. Who cares? Let's get back to it. Low voltage. And there we go. Oh, a little bit of lag. Just finishing up the power stations. Gotta check and see if my mic is okay. Make sure the mic is not muted. There we go. We have about four. We have four little power relays or power generators. Each one of these creates 120 volt or 120 EUs. I think that's what the term is. And I'm going to go for another set. And that should be it for power stations. One, two, three, four, five. Just do not want to be placed. What's this? Oh, there we go. That solves a little of a annoyance problem. And yeah, I keep forgetting that these things can now wear armor, or the undead can now wear armor. just the repetitive part of building a city. Luckily, I'll be able to change this out eventually. It's the last use I'll get of this. As I don't need it anymore. Now that we have this, this is generating, I think, well, let's actually check. About 720 EUs per second, or per tick. Yeah, overall that looks pretty nice. For basically a starting setup. I actually think that looks pretty nice. Now, how do I want to do this next part? I'm thinking I want to do it like right here, like right here, but I'm not sure. I kind of want to do it here too. For the main part, to prevent the pesky civilians from getting into the power station, this is what you do. That way they have to go in here and go in here. Okay. Oh wow, I just did the exact opposite of what I wanted. And this one. There. Now it suddenly looks like it was fenced off. And now that I put that fencing there, it's shown that I really will actually need to use this area instead of putting it right next to there. So, what happens when you need to do, when you need to link up these two? simply do this. And unfortunately, this takes quite a bit of EU out of the entire system itself, but unfortunately we don't really have much of an option for that. Let's see, I'm going to need to do something specific here. Redstone. First thing, let's get this stuff out of my inventory. Don't need these. Don't need that. Okay. Materials. Can't remember what adds that. Where is it? It has to be over here then. Right here. Oh. I can just do that. And I need this. That's not it. There we go. Oh yeah, it needs a source of energy, doesn't it? Oh no, it needs a redstone signal. Correct? There we go. Okay, just making sure everything is working correctly. That does show that I'm going to need a lot more of these. That's why I got so many of these. I only need about 8, so. There we go. Yeah, I have a way of doing this. It's not very impressive, but I'm doing the best I can for just this. I'm going to need that and that. I'm going to need more of these. One, 2, and 3. Oh, that would explain why. 1, 2, and 3. When it's shut down for the day. Oh, forget I'm in creative. In fact, I could probably remove this and just have a, in fact, I'm actually going to do something different here. Just so it doesn't have to deal with double doors there. There we go. And secondary. Well, that's the basic setup for this. Don't know if I want to do something like this. Well, all I know is I'm going to need to do this regardless. And this. I said I was going to make something, a actual working city. Doesn't mean it actually has to be efficient. And I'll probably work one of these to go up. But for now, I'm just making this a closed circuit thing. There we go. The energy input and output, or basically just the energy going through. This would be the primary, which would fill first, then second, and then third. and these should be about equally balanced. That's why I was having it this side would go on top and this side would go on bottom. And I was trying to keep track of that. Let's finish this, and then we can actually start working on the power lines, which is basically the last step for this power plant. Dang it. Never can find a easy way to do this. It never seems to get any easier. Sorry, I'm being quite quiet right now, and I can't seem to get this to work. Just the annoyances of doing this. It'll look better when it's done. There we go. Second layer is done, finally. Now for the final layer. There we go, and there we go. I think this is starting to look pretty nice. Let's see how it looks. Not too bad. Let's see. Can't really tell if there's the fence there, but I'll work with that later. Oh, that was working nicely, actually. I'm quite happy with that one. I'm literally standing on 2 pixels. And there we go. Finished. For the most part. Second thing we need to do for this is to get power lines. And for that, I actually use, what's it called? Fence. Fencing looks very nice for power lines, if you know how to do it correctly. that, then that, and this. The only issue with that is the only issue with that is that there's inches not doesn't look perfectly normal, but it looks pretty nice. Let's see. Not too bad. And if you want to look extra fancy or run multiple wires, you can simply extend this to this. Though I prefer the single layer for most part. Later, when you actually do need to get more lines of power, then by all means make the double or even triple. But usually I like to use the metal ones, the IC2 iron fence. I just think it looks a little bit nicer for the doubles. And usually if I go for doubles of iron fencing, I do this. That's not exactly how I used to do it. I think I'm thinking about my radio tower. Either way, this one looks pretty nice with the metal for the secondary ones too. It's really just a matter of preference. And this actually works a little bit easier for doing the transformers. So actually I'm probably going to stick with the metal ones for this, and probably for the more countryside city I'll be doing the wooden ones. And usually this is for double wiring. Makes it a little bit easier for separation of two lines of power. Just doesn't want to connect right, huh? I mean, you could equally separate these, but I usually don't. Not because it's more difficult or anything, it's just I'm a little lazy on that. I think it looks pretty nice just as is. And again, if you want to do multiple lines, you could also do second ones like this, but it's not really required. And I'm only going to stick with 2 lines right now, especially since this one has to go this. And we're actually out of time, but I'm going to finish this up. And there you go. You have functioning power source to your cables, and I actually prefer to have this, just because it's seems a little bit nicer to have. Don't know what's wrong with that, but hello. Just because I think it looks a little bit nicer. And from there, you can just keep extending this however you want. But for now, we have to end this with we have to end it here. See you guys next time on the next episode of Building Cities. Take care, and have a good day.